What's up guys, welcome back to yet another interesting video. It's so good to have you back on my channel today, and I'm super excited to share with you how I made this lovely hat. I will be demonstrating how to make the hat as well as the scarf in this video. So without further ado, let's begin. My fabric glue. I'm just using this to attach my embellishments. If you don't need embellishments for your hats, just skip this part. You can also use stones or appliques or even coral beads, any form of decorative ornaments you want to attach to your hat is lovely. Okay, so and we'll need your fusible fleece, interfacing, or any stiffening material that will make the front stiff. Okay, you need it should be medium to heavyweight. It has to be very heavy so that it will hold it firmly. Okay, so I'm using collar tape, 20 inches by 3 inches. This is because I'm working with a head circumference measurement of 24 inches. So to achieve this, you need to take away 4 inches from your head circumference. So I took away 4 inches and I got 20 inches. That's why I'm using a length of 20 inch. Then the width is 3 inches. This fabric measures about 26 inches. So this is my head circumference plus 2 inches for my seam allowance. You can add 1 inch if you wish for your seam allowance. Okay, so and the length is 16 inches. Okay, so it's 16 by 26 inches. Now I just wanted a touch of purple on the cap. This is optional. You don't need to use 2 layers of fabric. You just need 1 piece of fabric and that's okay. But just because we want a touch of purple, that's why I'm using this as well. It's just a voile or organza fabric. That's what it is. So you don't need that to make this hat. It's just optional. You're going to attach the stiffening material. So I've just folded that into 2. I had to sew on both ends of this fabric to hold the voile and satin together. So if you're working with a single fabric, you don't need to do that. So what we need to do next is on our folded midpoint, we'll align that to our notched part, like so. Then you're going to fold from that end and tuck in your raw edge. Fold it away, then sew from that end all the way to the other end. Make sure you don't sew on your interfacing, just sew only on the fabric that you folded out. Okay, I've just sewn that end and I made sure I didn't sew on my interfacing. So this will help us to shift our interfacing away from the seam to conceal this seam. So what we need to do now is to try to push your front bits upward, like you're slanting it that way. You know how you push it slightly? Okay, look what I'm doing. Okay, so when you've done that, your seam will be concealed at the back of your interfacing. So just give it a good press to hold on the interfacing on your fabric. Next up, we're going to fold that way from the edge. Measure 4 inches inwards. This will help you curve your hat at the top. Trim that out. Next, we're going to sew from that end. Just sew from there all the way to the top end. Once that is done, we need to thread our needle. Then we'll use needle and thread to make some basting stitch here. You can use your sewing machine as well. This will help you drag your hat. Okay, so we need to gather it at the back. So we'll keep this aside and we're going to work on a design we're going to place at the back. Okay, so we'll just use another piece of fabric. So this fabric measures 25.5 inches by 12 inches, so 12 by 25.5. So we're going to place that on fold. Okay, so fold on the wrong side. That's the right side and this is the wrong side. So the wrong side should be at the top. Then you're going to fuse your interfacing. This depends on the kind of fabric you're using. If you're using a thick fabric or fabric that is not lightweight like the satin, you don't need an interfacing for this part. So, but because I'm using a satin, I need to fuse interfacing just to make it a bit firm. And you sew it to that end, then you sew to the middle. Do same on the left side to the middle. You leave about 4 inches at the middle just to use it to turn it out. Okay. Once we've sewn round the piece, we turn it inside out and give it a good press. So next we're going to fold this as if you're making a fan. After that, we will bring our needle and thread again, and we're going to sew on that end. Lovely. Now you need to add your embellishment if you wish. To make this scarf, we also need our interfacing, fusible fleece, or any hard stiffening material. Okay, so I've also cut for myself the collar stay, just the way I used for the cap. Okay, so this one, when you get it, what you need is to take away 6 inches from your head circumference. So my head circumference is 24 inches and I've taken away 6 inches, so what I have is 18 inches. Unlike the other one, I took away 4 inches for the hat, but for the scarf I'm taking away 6 inches because I need some room to be able to knot it at the back. Then for the width is 3 inches. You can reduce or increase to suit your preference, but I'm working with 3 inches. Okay, so that's what I have here. I've also cut a piece of fabric that measures 50-inch length and 24-inch width. Okay, this is not constant, just modify it to suit the size you want. And what I need to do as well on this one is to fold my interfacing just to mark my midpoint. Okay, when you've done that, you do same on your fabric. Just fold your fabric into two to derive your midpoint. Then you're going to make a notch on the midpoint. Okay, when you've done that, you place your interfacing or fusible fleece, whatever you're using, just place it on that end, and you're going to fold just the same way we did for the cap. You're going to fold that way, then you tuck in the rough edge, tuck it in, then this time you're going to sew from the end of your fleece, you know where your interfacing ends. You're going to sew that way, then you sew also at the top as well as on the other side. So you're just basically sewing on the three ends of your fold. After sewing that, you're going to hem your fabric all round from where you've gone ahead to sew that point, and as well as hem the fabric all round. And this is how the scarf looks like. The only thing you need to do is just hold it like that, tie it around your head, just knot it at the back, and you're good to go. It's very easy to tie. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This can be made to order in different colors, different fabrics, different ornaments, different designs, any applique you want on it, anyhow you want it. Just feel free to send us a message. You can chat me on my Facebook, contact on Instagram, whichever platform you want to reach me. I'm open for business. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope this tutorial was interesting and helpful. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. Turn on all notifications, and I'll see you in my next video. Do have a lovely day.